launch of a fuel in, I think, 5 years, Kieran?
Yes.
Yeah? So, yeah, my name's Annie Kennedy, and I'm Irish. And very interestingly, feeling very at home here with the weather and the very green, lush environment. So, yeah, and it wasn't a big ask when they said, would you like to go to Mauritius? You know, straight away people will tend to go, absolutely. So, very proud to be here. It's my second time in Mauritius, and very, very happy to be here for this great occasion. You'll be glad to know I'm not going to make a long speech. I'm just going to introduce a little video. It's really about Shell and our retail business. And we've come a long way in the last few years. And we're in a very, very strong and confident position at the moment. We have some incredible retail partners, and Vivo Energy is an amazing partner, I have to say, to work with. So thank you very much for that. So I'm just going to show you a quick video on our retail business. Thank you. If you could play the video.
The world is changing and growing. It is faster, more innovative, connected and competitive than ever before. New companies with new disruptive business models emerge constantly. In a changing world, our customers' expectations are evolving. They want quality products, fast payments, and...
It's my pleasure, my privilege to welcome you tonight. Vivo Energy has been representing the brand, the Shell brand, for more than 114 years now. It's our 114th year. So our journey here in Mauritius dates back for quite a long, long while. Vivo, today we are here to launch our newest groundbreaking fuel, the new Shell FuelSave with Dynaflex Technology. We are particularly pleased to recognize the presence of these experts. I mentioned Annie Kennedy, the Shell brand licensing manager. Anne Guitao, as I mentioned, is the head of marketing for Vivo Energy Africa. Joanne Swindles is the senior fuels scientist from Shell Brands International. To all these people, I say welcome to Mauritius. We've been the exclusive distributor and marketer of Shell branded fuels for all these years. We've been the front runner in fuel innovation in Mauritius. For those who remember well, we started the journey back in 2006. Every time, now and again, we have been offering better and better fuels to our customers. We keep saying all fuels are not the same. The Shell fuel is a better product. And we make that a reality with our additives, with our technology of adding all these high-tech additives in our products. This launch marks yet another milestone in Vivo Energy Mauritius' relentless search for continuous improvement in quality and fuel efficiency. As I mentioned, the company has always been driven by the need to stay ahead of developments in fuel differentiation. We lead the way with ongoing scientific research. We constantly innovate, and we've got a consistent track record of innovation in Shell fuel in Mauritius. So in 2006, the company took a giant leap by becoming the first oil company to introduce a differentiated fuel in the country. At that time, it was called Shell Diesel Extra. Many of you should probably remember that. It provided extra engine protection at no extra cost. In 2008, we launched Shell Unleaded Extra with fuel economy formula based on customer need expressed through surveys. And this was after the first few fills you start realizing the economy. Then in the following year, in 2009, a new fuel economy formula of Shell Diesel Extra was introduced in Mauritius, further reinforcing Shell fuel innovation leadership and providing our customers with greater fuel economy, again at no extra cost. We brought, still well ahead of competition, Shell most advanced fuel economy diesel at that time, Shell FuelSave diesel to our local market in 2012, and Shell FuelSave unleaded in 2015. So it was 4 years back. And as I say, we've got that history of innovation. We keep innovating. Just to give a few areas where we've been leading innovation, not just in fuel, but in other segments as well. We introduced the Shell Gas Light. That was the first lightweight, well, the first and today the only lightweight cylinder in the country. It was launched back in 2015. Previously, we had a significant contribution in making gas water heater, which is now present in almost all households. You might be interested that we were the biggest seller of gas water heaters, just to vulgarize it, in all households. Those were in the late 90s and early 2000s. When it comes to payment on service station, we introduced the first chip card in the country, ahead of the banks. And since then we have improved our platform. In 2015 again we improved the Shell Card platform, and we keep innovating as and when we want to improve based on customer feedback. We keep working, evolving with time, because the customer requirements as well evolve with time. With regard to convenience retailing, we opened a quick fix oil change service on 2 service stations, Floreal and Eben. They are highly popular. We have our food lovers on our Shell service station in Floreal again. You might be interested to know that we've got the Welcome Online, the first online site where you can buy all your groceries and yes, collect them from our 15 retail sites the next day. You just order and then you collect it. If you order before noon, you collect it from 4. If you order afternoon, you collect it the next day. You are the only petroleum company offering this service. Marine, just to mention other segments as well. IC Robert Delvaux, the Portmaster, the MPA. In Marine, after being the first oil company to own and operate a barge, L'Ami Constant, that was back in the 70s, I would say. We have been investing constantly in new barges, every time with higher capacity over the years. Very much in line with the government policy to promote Port Louis as a harbor, as a bunkering hub. We were the first oil company to import marine fuel oil 380 Centisto, and others followed afterwards, of course. We invested in new storage. Loyalty. We are the only petroleum company to have a loyalty program in place. That was launched in 2015 again. Network. We continue to improve our retail network, both upgrading existing one and opening new stations, the latest one being in Rochebois in 2018. There are companies who talk a lot about investment. You'll probably be eager to know that in the last 10 years, we've opened 13 sites. We've knocked down and rebuilt 8 sites. So that is 21 sites, just in the last 10 years. Today, we have the most extensive network in the country. Our motivation to new development has always been to surpass our customers' expectation, to make your visit less stressful and more convenient, and to give you the opportunity to interact with us through our services, convenience retailing outlets, in ways that are both enjoyable and rewarding. It is hardly surprising, therefore, that Vivo Energy Mauritius continues to be the market leader in Mauritius and Shell the leader in fuel differentiation. Our success in fuel differentiation was initially centered in providing protection, then in providing fuel economy. And now we launch this new product today, which gives primary importance to fuel efficiency. For us, Go Well, Go Shell is not just a catchy slogan, but a vision statement that turns each visit to our service station not just into a matter of necessity, but a pleasant experience in other ways. To be refreshed, or simply to shop, relax and have a cup of coffee. I was surprised to see that the number of cups of coffee we sell on a daily basis. Shell continually invests in research and development, and Shell engineers, scientists, and researchers are working to develop high-quality fuels to further address our customer needs in Mauritius. We too invest heavily to ensure product quality, be it in equipment or in resources. We ensure that not only the best quality fuels are delivered to our customers through our country, but it's also we are giving the best services for our manpower on the forecourt. We also do keep pace with the evolving world. As we say, the previous generation of additives were very performing, but then vehicles are changing, they are becoming more compact. The stress on the engines, I see people from the petrol car dealers here. The stress on the engines are higher, so we need to evolve to make our product to enhance their protective nature and their efficiency nature year after year. This is what allows us to stay ahead of competition. This is not the platform, Mr. the Minister, because today we are here to talk about the launch of this product, but you probably saw in the video, we were talking about Shell V-Power. That's the next one to come. So you got a preview of that. Unfortunately, that one needs to come at a premium. Because then we are talking for the very high classy segment, and it is our intention to bring to Mauritius what is being offered as a premium fuel in all the developed world. In all the developed economies, it is a huge success. The merits are so good that people are willing to pay that premium, but that will be for probably next year. So thus, we are excited to introduce for today our new Shell FuelSave with the Dynaflex technology onto the Mauritian market, thereby opening up the opportunity for even more motorists to get the benefits of the new Shell FuelSave with Dynaflex technology, which is available across our whole network of 41 stations. I would like to thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for being here today, despite the weather. I was quite dubious. I mean, I don't know how you came to foresee the weather, Anne. Anne was telling us it was not going to rain this evening. That's great forecasting. I was quite scared, but I know it's with the heavy traffic, it's been, it could have been somewhat painful for you. So I thank you a lot for giving your time to come here today. Ladies, so welcome to this launch. This is the most advanced economy fuel in Mauritius. That's the new Shell FuelSave with Dynaflex technology. So there'll be more to come shortly afterwards before the minister's address. I hope you'll enjoy the launch. Please have a nice evening, and we'll be talking more please feel free to ask any question. Our technicians, our engineers are here. They are here to answer to any query you may have. I want you to leave here convinced that Shell is the best. Shell is the leader. So thank you very much. Enjoy the evening.
I am a Shell FuelSave scientist. I've been working with the team here in Mauritius to bring the new formulations to market, and it's been a fantastic milestone in my career with Shell, I have to say. So first of all, I'd really like to thank the Vivo Energy Mauritius team for inviting me here to join you for this fantastic event. So the reason this is so exciting for me is this is our opportunity to bring our next generation of advanced technology here to Mauritius. In this presentation, I'll be talking a little bit about why we've developed Dynaflex technology and how that technology has been designed to work. Before I do that, it's worth saying that fuels research and development is at the heart of what we do at Shell. And in fact, we've been involved in this area for more than 100 years. And Kieran mentioned that in Shell we truly believe that all fuels are not the same, and that there are things that we can do with our formulations, ways that we can formulate our fuel to bring about real benefits for our customers. And it's this heritage, it's this experience and this expertise that's been built up over 100 years that really tells us that we're able to leverage that in the development of our next generation technology. Okay, so why now? Why are we bringing Dynaflex technology to the market now? Why have we developed it? So the reality is that technology is moving all around us, and we've seen real advancements in engine technology over time that have changed the environment that our fuels need to work in. In particular, if we think about modern engines, there's been a huge pressure on engine manufacturers to increase engine efficiency and reduce CO2 emissions. And as a result of that, what we've seen is some trends in engine technology that are becoming more and more common. In particular, things like downsizing, turbo boosting, and direct injection all take a foothold. In reality, this is becoming smaller, more powerful engines that are doing the work of their much bigger predecessors. A really good example of that is the Ford EcoBoost engine. So this is an award-winning engine. It's in models such as the Ford Fiesta, and it's a 1-litre engine that replaced its 1.6-litre predecessor in terms of power output. So a much smaller engine doing the job of its bigger predecessor. That means things like higher pressures, higher temperatures, and working harder, which in itself is great for efficiency. But actually, if we compare it to older generation engines, it really presents a number of challenges, both for the engine and our fuels. In particular, there are 2 key challenges that we're interested in, where we can really make a difference. So these types of engines, as well as older engines, can be susceptible and sensitive to dirt and deposit formation. And they can also suffer from frictional losses, so wasted energy. And both of these things mean reduced efficiency. And the great thing is that that's where Dynaflex technology can really help. So Dynaflex technology is the technology at the heart of our new Shell FuelSave formulations, and it's designed to clean and protect the engine for efficient running. So with that in mind, we're going to take a look inside the engine. In this particular animation, we have a direct injection gasoline engine, so very representative of modern engines on the road today. As we head inside, you'll see that the engine speeds up. And in reality, under normal operating conditions, the piston might be moving up and down for something like 50 times per second. So that really gives you a feel for how demanding this environment is. There are some key parts of the engine, though, that I want to highlight to you. So firstly, This is the fuel injector. The fuel injector is doing a really critical job of getting the fuel to where it's needed, right at the heart of the engine for efficient combustion. Secondly, this is a piston ring pack, and the piston ring pack forms a very tight seal between the piston and the cylinder walls. These are both areas of the engine where our technology can really make a difference, through cleaning molecules and also through a friction-reducing ingredient. So starting then with new Shell FuelSave unleaded. So our new technology has the same great cleaning power as our previous generation formulation, but what's new is a brand new friction-reducing ingredient and more of it, so more friction-reducing molecules. This gets to work right inside the engine, so that critical contact between the piston rings and the cylinder walls is very difficult for the lubricant to get to, but it's an area where our Dynaflex technology can reach. It's able to lay down a more robust, slippery film between those critical contacts, and that helps the piston to slide more easily, freeing up energy that ordinarily would be lost, so we can use it in a more useful way. We can use it to contribute towards efficiency. Secondly, Shell FuelSave Diesel. This is our most effective Shell FuelSave Diesel cleaning technology. At the heart of the formulation, we have a brand new deposit control additive, and those molecules are able to bind more effectively to dirt and deposits in the engine. That helps to keep critical parts of the engine, like the fuel injector, clean, so it cleans it and protects it from further deposit formation. And in that way, we can help the fuel injector to do its job really effectively, and we can help to maintain efficiency of the engine. So just to recap then, a brand new friction-reducing ingredient in our new Shell FuelSave unleaded formulation, designed to work in critical parts of the engine like the piston ring and cylinder wall contact, and more friction-reducing molecules. So this is providing a more robust friction-reducing film than our previous generation formulation. For Shell FuelSave Diesel, it's designed to protect against dirt and efficiency loss through deposit formation. So, in a nutshell, Shell FuelSave fuels with Dynaflex technology, formulated to clean and protect the engine for efficient running. So I'd like you to thank you for listening, and if you would like to join myself and Lena, we have some tools here also to bring the technology to life for you. And thank you very much.
Indeed, this morning when I phoned Kieran, we were both worried about what would happen with the type of weather we had in the morning. But I was also confident that we would have better weather in the evening. I was confident because, I belong to a party which has symbol as sun. And right now, looking at the logo of Shell, it's not too far from resembling a sun. So I think the weather could not resist these two powerful symbols. In fact, it's an honor for me to be here with you today on the occasion of the launching of the new Shell FuelSave product. I would like to thank the management of Vivo Energy and, of course, its Managing Director, Mr. Kiran Jawahir, for the invitation and for giving me the opportunity to address you this evening. In fact, I must say that it's the second time that Vivo Energy has invited me for the launching of a new product. The last time was 2 years back, when the company launched the Shell FuelSave unleaded. But unfortunately, I couldn't attend that function due to some political emergency. And I think Kiran can remember the situation at that time. Well, ladies and gentlemen, oil energy is a very dynamic and unpredictable business where innovation must be a permanent concern. We have to evolve constantly and bring new ideas and new products in order to be able to face worldwide competition. Vivo Energy has a strong and growing presence in Africa. In Mauritius, it was founded in 2011 to be Shell's exclusive licensee, while Shell had already established its Mauritian branch in 1905, 114 years back. It is also worth noting that Vivo Energy has recently brought several innovations like the Shell Gaslight, which was mentioned by Kiran, the Shell Smart Club, among others. And today I'm proud to be associated with yet another landmark in the advancement of technology behind fuel efficiency. That is the Dynaflex technology. I'm also given to understand that it is the biggest change in formulation since Shell began offering differentiated fuels. We just had the presentation, and I must say that I was impressed. But when I was asked a question whether this has convinced me now, my reply was that I was already convinced years back. And that is the fuel that I use and that I've always used. But at the same time, it gave me an opportunity to return many years back when I was at the university doing mechanical engineering. And unfortunately, these have rusted now in my mind. Ladies and gentlemen, the government has been in place since December 2014. We had socio-economic goals. Some have been reached and others are still underway. The oil industry is also concerned. It is undeniable that the number of vehicles on our road network is increasing from year to year. Our consumption of petroleum products is annually increasing by 5 to 6%. When I took office as minister, after inquiring on the state of our storage capacity of mogas and gas oil, I was informed that the country had only a reserve of around 3 days for mogas and 8 to 10 days for gas oil before the arrival of the next tanker. I must say that we have even faced the situations where we had only 1 day reserve of petroleum products. I found this situation very alarming and immediately started discussions with all parties concerned to find a solution. And here I must say that I had a special discussion with Kiran, because Kiran is someone whom I know for a very long time back. And of course, when you are a minister and you have a friend as MD of one of the largest companies, so it is, I think, automatically that door that we are going to knock whenever we have to find a solution, whenever we have to get some advice. And Kiran was very helpful, and I must say that we acted rapidly, and with the cooperation of the 4 oil majors and the State Trading Corporation, the construction of the Mer Rouge oil storage terminal, which is known as MOST, is started in 2016. This project, you must all know about it. It consists of storage tanks of 15,000 metric tons of mogas and 10,000 metric tons of gas oil. And I'm glad to say that construction has been completed. The commissioning has already been carried out, and the filling process is currently being done. And henceforth, Mauritius is in a more secure position with this additional stock. We now have a reserve of around 30 days for mogas and around 27 days for gas oil before the arrival of the next tanker. So, of course, I would like to thank all the oil majors through this function and the STC for their full collaboration with the ministry and the government. Ladies and gentlemen, this project, that is the MOST project, will always make me remind of the injunction lodged by Betamax in the High Court of Karnataka in 2017. Our tanker, which was being loaded at that time at the New Mangalore port, was interdicted to leave and sail to Mauritius. Fortunately, at that time, we managed to address this situation with the help of friendly countries and thus avoided a catastrophic situation. But what I wish to point out here, ladies and gentlemen, is that had we the necessary reserve at that time, our country would not have had to face such a situation. So you can imagine how this project has come as a relief to our country. Ladies and gentlemen, we have to be always proactive. With the constant increase in the number of households and in our economic activities, the consumption of LPG is also increasing rapidly. We don't want to face a situation of near rupture of stock. In order to increase our storage capacity for LPG, during the last meeting of the Petroleum Pricing Committee, a review has been made in the item Contribution to the Construction of Storage Facilities for Petroleum Products to raise funds to that effect. Ladies and gentlemen, our country is developing at a fast rate. Infrastructural works are being carried out throughout the island, but at the same time, government is caring for the population through different measures in order to increase their purchasing power. Just to name a few, we have introduced a minimum salary and the negative income tax. Recently, the Prime Minister announced free tertiary education in our public institutions. We have reduced the price of domestic gas from 330 rupees to 240 rupees, that is a cylinder of 12 kilo, in a lapse of 2 years. Moreover, in 2015, after reviewing the price structure of mogas and gas oil, we have been able to pass on more than 2 billion rupees to consumers through the reduction of the price of mogas and gas oil. In June 2018, as a gesture of solidarity, the Prime Minister announced a reduction in the local price of mogas and gas oil. And that was the period when the trend in the world rate was increasing. And to maintain the price when there was a rise on the world market in October 2018, government injected 350 million rupees in the price stabilization account. And recently, when the price on the world market was decreasing, the retail price here was decreased as well. But we all know that the price of petroleum products is volatile, and unfortunately, we don't have any control on it. This sector, that is the petroleum sector, is going to develop very fast in Mauritius. We have the ambition of making Mauritius a petroleum hub. Studies are being carried out at Albio for a very huge project, I must say, whereby we'll have a big capacity of storage. At the same time, we'll have a stock for our bunker, and we can, of course, attract ships, because today we are quite limited in our capacity. and at the same time we will be able to trade within the region. So studies are being carried out right now, and in the next 2 or 3 months we'll be in possession of the detailed feasibility report, and then government will decide on how to proceed with the project. Let me end, ladies and gentlemen, by congratulating Vivo Energy Mauritius for coming up with this new product. I wish the entire Vivo Energy Mauritius team good luck in your future endeavors. Wish you again best of luck, and thank you for your kind attention.